Animal Diversity 1, Lecture 18, Triploblastic and Acellular Body Plan. Here you can see in the diagram, there are tapeworm, liver fluke, planarians, class Monogena. Class Monogena have the flukes that have only one generation in their life cycles. One adult developed from one egg, and external parasites are there in the Monogena. Ectoparasites of freshwater and marine fishes that attach to gill filaments. So basically they are ectoparasites, live in the gill filaments of the freshwater and marine fishes. They feed on epithelial cells, mucus and blood. A large posterior attachment organ, that is Opisthophter, is there that facilitates attachment. Here you can see the larger area of Opisthophter that will attach the worm to the fish gills, having the pharynx, having the ovary, egg, testis, digestive tract. Adult produces and releases eggs, one or more sticky threads that attach the eggs to the fish gills. They produce ciliated larvae, that is Onchomera larva, hatch from the eggs and swim to another fish host, attaches by its Opisthophter and develops into an adult. Here you can see the fish arrowhead is showing Monogena individuals. Class Trematoda. They have approximately 8,000 species and mostly parasitic flatworms. They have the flukes with a white and flat shape. Adult parasites of vertebrates or its immature stages may be found in the vertebrates, invertebrates, or sometimes infested on the plants. Many species of trematode having the great importance that includes economic value, medical importance, as trematode also present in your body. So it causes different type of discomforts in your body. Most flukes are flat, oval to elongate shape. They range from less than 1 millimeter to 6 centimeters in length. Here you can see parasitic trematode that having the holdfast acetabulum. They feed on the host cells or cell fragments. Digestive tract includes the mouth, a muscular pumping pharynx that divides into two blind ending pouches or variously branched pouches or ceca. Some flukes supplement their body by absorbing nutrients across their body walls from the host. Here you can see parasitic flukes, endoparasites of vertebrates need only minimal digestive tract, and this is human liver fluke. Body wall. Body wall structures similar to all flukes are present in evolutionary adaptations for the parasitic mode of life. Epidermis consists of an outer layer that is called the tegument that forms the syncytium, a continuous layer of fluid cells. Then outer zone of teguments consists of organic layer of proteins and carbohydrates that mix from the glycocalyx. This glycocalyx aids in transport of nutrients, waste materials, gases exchange, carbon dioxide, oxygen. Also, that tegument or that glycocalyx protect the fluke from the digestive enzymes of the host. As host immune system produces enzymes, so it will be protected, and then microvilli in the glycocalyx will also avoid the enzymes, facilitate nutrient exchange also. Cytoplasmic bodies contain the nuclei and the most of organelles that lie beneath the basement membrane. The slender cell process is called cytoplasmic bridges that connect the cytoplasmic bodies and the outer zone of the tegument. This is the diagram. Microvilli for the nutrient absorption, glycocalyx for the enzymatic digestion protection, then spines are there, and basement membrane cytoplasmic bridges, and inner zone of the tegument that contain nucleus, cytoplasm, and other organelles, and then the parenchyma. This life cycle in the trematodes as adults. They are all endoparasites in bloodstreams, digestive tract, ducts of digestive glands, and other visceral organs in a wide variety of vertebrates as the definite host or the final host. They may harbor several different larval stages. The adhesive organs are two large suckers, that is anterior sucker and acetabulum. Anterior sucker is the oral sucker that surrounds the mouth, and other sucker includes acetabulum that is located ventrally on the middle portion of the body. Reproduction. Sexual reproduction includes the egg of digenetic trematodes are oval and usually have a lid-like hatch that is called the perculum. Eggs reach from animal to freshwater. As the perculum opens, ciliated larva, that is Miracidium larva, comes out and swim. This is individual having the pharynx, cecum, acetabulum, genital opening, seminal vesicle, having the uterus, ovary, seminal receptacle, vitelline ducts, testes, excretory bladder. The Miracidium larva swims and goes into snail, that is intermediate host. Because of chemical, it is attracted to the snail. Miracidium penetrates the snail, loses its cilia, and develop into a sporocyst. Alternately, the Miracidium may remain in the eggs, or when snail eats the egg, then Miracidium larva will hatch out. Sporocysts are bag-like and that contain embryonic cells that develop into daughter sporocyst or radii. At this point, the life cycle asexual reproduction starts first. From a single Miracidium, hundreds of daughter sporocysts produces, then hundreds of redia can produce by the asexual reproduction. Embryonic cells in each daughter sporocyst or radial cell produce thousands of new larval stages known as cercaria. This phenomenon of producing many cercaria is known as polyembryony. It greatly enhances the chances that one cercaria will further the life cycle. Here you can see the egg. Then from egg, Miracidium larva will be produced. Miracidium larva, and then sporocyst will be produced. Sporocyst will convert it into cercaria, and cercaria will convert it into adult. Cercaria has a digestive tract having the suckers and the tails that leave the snail and swims freely until they encounter a second intermediate host or final host that may be vertebrate or invertebrate or the plant, then penetrates in the host, insists in the host as the metacercaria. The definite host eats the metacercaria or second intermediate host, then metacercaria exists and develops into an adult. Here you can see the diagram. That is the life cycle. Just start from the one point, that is organism. Eggs hatched releasing the Miracidium. Miracidium penetrates into the snail. Snail that will be produces into sporocyst. Then sporocyst will convert it to cercaria. Cercaria will be released by snail into water and free swimming, penetrate into definite host, skin. Cercaria loses its tail during penetration and become schistostomule, then goes into circulation, migrate to portal blood system into the liver and mature into an adult. Some important trematode parasites of humans. The Chinese liver fluke, that is Clonorhynchus sinensis is a common parasite of humans in Asia, where over 30 million people are infected by this fluke. Then Phaseola hepatica is called the sheep liver fluke because it is common in sheep raising areas and uses sheep or human as a definite host. Thank you.